Good morning. This is Veera Reddy, lecturer in Computer Science, Government Degree College, Sattupalli. Normalization in DBMS. What is a normalization? Normalization is a process of organizing the data in database. To avoid the data redundancy. Normalization is a process to organize the data in database to avoid the data redundancy. Here insertion anomaly, updation anomaly, deletion anomaly. Let's discuss about anomalies first, then we will discuss normal forms with examples. Here normalization is a process of organizing data in a database to avoid the redundancy. What is a redundancy? Redundancy means to reduce the duplication of the data or to remove the duplication of the data is redundancy. Here anomalies in DBMS. There are three types of anomalies that occurs when the data is not normalized. These are insertion, updation, deletion anomaly. It is an example for the anomalies. Suppose a manufacturing company stores the employee details in the table named employee that has four attributes: employee ID, EMP name, EMP address, EMP department. Sorting employee name, employee address for sorting employee address department. For sorting the department details in which the employee works. At same point of time, the table looks like this. The sorting of the employee details. The above table is not normalized. We will see the problem we face when a table is not normalized. Here in the above table we have two rows for employee Rick and he belongs to department. Of the company. If you want to update the address of Rick, then we have to update the same in two rows or the data will become inconsistent. If somehow the current address gets updated in one department but not in other as per the database, Rick would be having two different addresses, which is not correct and would load a inconsistent data. Here employee Rick as belongs to two departments of the company. If you want to update the address of the Rick, we have to update the same in two rows or the data will become inconsistent. The correct address gets updated in the department but not in there as per the database. Rick would be having two different addresses, which is not correct and would lead to inconsistent data. Here we have three types of anomalies. First one is insertion, updation and deletion. Now in this example, now we are seeing updation anomaly. Here the name of the employee Rick, working in two departments. In the two departments, employee ID is same, name is same, employee address is same, employee department is working in two departments. So we want to update the address of the employee in two rows. Data will become inconsistent. If you want to change the address in one place, the another place address is different. Would be inconsistent data. Next one is insertion anomaly. Suppose a new employee joins in the company who is under training and currently not signed to any department. Then we would not to be able to insert the data into the table if employee DEPT field doesn't allow nulls. Here DEPT number DEPT is a insertion anomaly. Second one is the insertion anomaly. Here a new employee is joined in the company who is under trained, currently not assigned to any department. Then he would not be able to insert data into the table if employee department field doesn't allow null values. This is insertion anomaly. Next one is the deleting anomaly. Suppose if a point of time the company closes the department, some department number 890, then deleting the rows that are having employee department D 890 would also delete the information of the employee, since only to this department. This is the deleting anomaly. To overcome these anomalies, we need to normalize the data in this next section. Here first now the topic is the normalization. Here normalization is the process of organizing the data in the database to avoid the redundancy. Here what is the redundancy means to reduce the duplicates. Here before going to the normalization, we want to know about the know about the anomalies. We have three anomalies: updation anomaly, deletion anomaly, and insertion anomaly. In this above table, you see three anomalies. Updation anomalies: if an employee have two departments, employee works in the two department. In the two departments, if the one person address is changed to one place to another, the insertion anomaly is updation anomaly is the address is changes to one place only, it is not changes to another. It is updation anomaly. Insertion anomaly: if a new employee is assigned to the department, it is in the training, he is in the training. The department is not assigned to him. If you want to insert in the table, department not assigned, so the value of the department is null, so he is not allowing to insert in data. Deleting anomaly: if you want delete the department department number, the whole department and employee details will be lost. This is deleting anomaly. We have dependencies. First, we will see the dependency. First, dependency: if A tends to B, B depends on A. This is dependency. What is multi-value dependencies? Multi-value dependencies occurs where there are more than one independent multi-valued attribute in a table. For example, bike model, manufacturing year, and color. Consider the bike manufacturer company which produce two colors, black and white, in each model every year. Here we have a multi-value dependencies. Then the transitive dependency. Here a functional dependency is said to be transitive if it is indirectly formed two functional dependencies in extends to Z. The transitive dependency is follows the dependency hold true. X tends to Y, Y does not tends to X, Y tends to Z. A transitive dependency can only occur in a relation of three or more attributes. This dependency helps to normalizing the database in the normal form. This is transitive dependency. Example for understanding transitive dependency. Before going to the normalization, it's in the dependency and multi-value dependency and transitive dependency, and also anomalies. Here normalization. Here are the most commonly used normal forms are first normal form, that is first NF, second normal form, that is second NF, third normal form, third NF, pi code normal form, that is BCNF. Here first NF, first normal form. As per the rule of the first normal form, an attribute of a table cannot hold multi-values. It holds only one atomic value. An attribute or attributes or column table cannot hold multiple values, cannot hold the multiple values. It should be only one atomic value. Suppose a company wants to store the names, contact details in employees. It is creates a table that looks like this one. Here, two employee is John and Esther are having two mobile numbers. So the company stores them in the same field as you can see in the table above. If the table is not in first normal form, as the rule says, each attribute of a table must be atomic, a single value. The employee mobile values I employee John and have violates the rule. Here the employee in the table, it is not displaying the John and Leisure second number. In employee mobile number, it is not displaying. The concept of first normal form is an attribute of a table cannot hold multiple values. That means each row and column contains single value. Each row and column contains single value. For suppose employee ID, employee name, employee address given only single address, not more than two addresses. Mobile number also use single mobile number, enter single mobile number, not more two numbers. That is single valued or single value is allowed. The table is not in first normal form because the two persons have double mobile numbers. It's not displaying here mobile number. It says each attribute of a table must have atomic, that is single value. The employee mobile values of employees John and Lester violates the rule. To make the table compliance with first enough, we should have to data like this. The John and Lester numbers are separated and employee ID, employee name, and employee address, employee mobile number, employee address are the same, and mobile numbers are two. We have two mobile numbers. So again we enter the record here, and the second normal form. A table said to be in second normal form of the following condition to be held. If the table is in the first normal form, that is the first condition. Non-prime attributes is dependent on the proper subset of any candidate key of table. An attribute that not part of any candidate key is known as non-prime attributes. Example, suppose schools want to store the data in teachers and the subject they teach. They create a table that looks like this. Since a teacher can teach us more than one subject, the total table can have multiple rows for the same teacher. Teacher ID subject is the candidate key. Teacher age non-prime attribute. Here the table is first normal form because each attribute has a atomic value. However, it is not in the second because non-prime attributes teacher and age depends on the teacher ID along with the proper subset of candidate key. The violates the rule of second normal form. Non-prime attributes is dependent on the proper subset of a candidate key of a table. Here, to make the table compliance with second enough, the break into the table into tables. First one is teacher details table and teacher subject table, and link the two tables and the same table above table here is appears. Here we have in this example we have taken teacher ID, subject and teacher age. Here candidate key is the teacher ID and subject. Non-primary key attributes are teacher age. Here the table, the second normal form conditions are the table is in the first normal form and non-prime attributes are dependent on the proper subset of the candidate key in the table. Here the table is first normal form, each attribute and the atomic value. However, the first normal form condition each is and row and column contain single value, that is atomic value. It is not in the second normal form because primary key attributes teacher age is dependent on teacher ID along with the proper subset of candidate key. Here the table violates the second normal form. You have to satisfy the second normal form condition. The table divided into two. First two tables. First table name is teacher details table. In the teacher details table we have teacher ID, teacher age, and the second one is teacher ID is common because it is used for foreign key to match the table is the same, and second one is the subject. Now the table is satisfy the second normal form. Then go to the third normal form. The table is said to be third normal form, both the following conditions to be held. Table must be in second normal form. Transitive functional dependency attributes super key should be removed. Transitive dependency have been removed. Transitive dependency have been removed. What is a transitive dependency? Here we seen the transitive dependency. This is the transitive dependency. Extends to Z is a transitive dependency. If the following three functional dependencies hold true: x tends to y does not tends to x, y tends to z. X tends to z is a transitive dependency if the following three functional dependencies hold: x tends to y does not tends to X, Y tends to Z. A transitive dependency can be occur in a relation of 3 or more attributes. The dependency helps to normalizing the database in third enough. Here we see the example here in the third normal form. The table is said to be third enough if both the following conditions hold. Table must be in second enough. Transitive functional dependency of non-prime attributes on a superkey should be removed. An attribute is not part of a candidate key known as non-prime attribute. In other words, third normal form can be explained like a table is in third normal form if it is in second normal form, and each of functional dependencies extends to Y. At least one of the following conditions hold. X is superkey of table, Y is prime attribute of table. An attribute that is a part of one of the candidate key is known as prime attribute. Suppose a company wants to store complete address of each employee. They create a table named employee details that looks like this: employee ID, employee name, employee zip, employee state, employee city, employee district. Here employee ID, employee name, employee zip, so on candidate keys, super keys. We are divide the table into 3 parts, and then the candidate key is employee ID. The non-key attributes, non-prime attributes are all attributes except employee ID are non-prime. They are not in part of the candidate key. Here we are divided into 3 parts because the third normal form we have no transitive dependency, no transitive functional dependency, or non-prime attributes of an superkey should be removed. Non-prime attributes of superkey should be removed. Here we have a table. Here we are divided in the table is 3 parts, that is superkey. Employee ID is the primary key of the above 3 tables. The candidate key is employee ID. The non-key attributes are, non-prime attributes are all attributes except employee ID is a non-prime attribute. Here employee state, employee city, employee district, employee zip are dependent on employee ID. Make non-prime attributes employee state, employee city, employee district transitive dependent on superkey. Employee ID the violates the rule of third normal form. To make this table compliance with normal form, you have to break the table into 2 tables and remove the transitive dependency. And you divide employee table, employee zip table, employee table, employee ID, employee name, employee zip. Here employee zip is the common for 2 tables: employee state, employee city, employee district. Here the table is in third normal. third normal form. Then next one is the BCNF. It is advanced version of third normal form. It is BCNF, Bicode normal form. It is an advanced version of third normal form. That way it is also referred to as 3NF or BCNF is here BCNF is stricter than third NF. A table complies with BCNF if it is in third NF and every functional dependency extends to y should be in the super key of the table. Suppose their company have employees work in more than one department. They store the data like this: employee ID, employee anomaly, employee department, employee type, employee department number. Functional dependencies in the table are employee ID, employee nationality, employee department, employee type, and employee name. The candidate key here is employee ID and employee department. The table is not in BCNF as neither employee ID nor employee department here. To make the table is BCNF, we have to break the table in three tables like employee nationality table, employee ID and employee nationality, employee department table. Here in employee department table we have employee DPT, employee type, employee number. The next one is employee ID, employee department mapping table. Functional dependencies: employee ID, employee nationality, employee department. Candidate keys are first table employee ID, second table employee department, third table employee ID and employee department. This is now in BCNF as both the functional dependencies left side part is a key. Here we have a normalization, BCNF. The BCNF is the Bicode normal form is the advanced of third normal form. It is satisfy the third normal condition and table compliance with BCNF is it is in third normal form and every functional dependency should be the super key of a table. Every functional dependency the BCNF satisfy the two conditions. To satisfy the two conditions, first one is the satisfy the third normal form condition and every functional dependency should be the super key. Here you have taken a table that is in the third normal form but not in the BCNF. To make the table with BCNF, you have to break the table into three tables. The tables are employee nationality table, employee DEPT table, employee DEPT mapping table. Here employee ID and employee nationality is the one table. Employee DEPT number, DEPT number of employees is the one table. Employee ID, employee DEPT is the other table. Now, in the table, functional dependencies are employee ID and employee nationality. Employee DEPT, department type, department number of employee. Candidate keys are, for first table, employee is the ID is the candidate key. The second table, employee DEPT is the candidate key. Employee ID, employee DEPT is a candidate key in the third table. Here now the table is in the BCNF. This is now the BCNF as both the functional dependencies. Left side part is a key. Here we see in the normalization, multivariate dependencies, transitory dependencies, anomalies. Normalization is the process of to reduce the redundancy of the data in the database. Anomalies are three: insertion anomaly, deletion anomaly, and updation anomaly. You want to delete or update or insertion, the duplicate values is occurs. When the duplicate values is occurs in the database, then the table accessing is inconsistent data. To access the data is inconsistent. Going to the normalization, we have to learn the dependencies. Dependency diagram, multivariate dependency, transitive dependency, determines dependencies and determines also. Dependency diagrams also you have to learn. Here multivariate dependency, we have one attribute. The one attribute depends on multiple values. Here transitive dependency, for suppose x tends to y doesn't not tends to x, but y tends to z. It is the transitive dependency. Then normalization. We have first normal form, second normal form, third normal form, and BCNF. Here first normal form, second normal form, BCNF. Your first normal form, only one condition. Each row and column contains single value or atomic value. The second condition, second normal form condition, satisfy first normal form conditions, or the table in the first normal form. No non-prime attributes depends on the proper subset of any candidate key in the table is the second normal form condition. What is the third normal form? The table must be in second normal form, first condition. Second condition, transitive dependency have been removed. The BCNF satisfies the third normal form condition, and then no functional dependencies should be the sobriquet of the table. This is the normal forms.